Hello and welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars review. This time I'm here with set 75304, Darth Vader's helmet. It was released roughly on the 1st of May 2021 because it was weird. So it was available for pre-order since late March, shipped late April and set to arrive in time for May the 1st. So between all of those dates it might have leaked earlier, gotten released early some places and not in other places. It's just up in the air there a little bit. It has 834 pieces, is rated ages 18 plus and comes with no minifigs as per usual with the Helmet series sets. It retails at €69.99 in euros, €59.99 in pounds and €69.99 in euros. Darth Vader's helmet was one of the most iconic helmets ever. It was designed to be fearsome and intimidating and was based off ancient Sith droids. It was made from a combination of Durasteel, obsidian and plasteel. Rumour has it that it was made even stronger by the means of Sith alchemy. The jagged ridges of the outer helmet actually acted as a means to deflect blaster bolts onto his heavy shoulder armour. This helmet worked as part of his full-body life support suit of armour and stuck needles into Vader's skin, which fed neurological data on brainwave activity to the central chest computer and also possessed the radiator conductor pads, allowing heat to bleed through the metal surface. Sounds so painful. It sounds so uncomfortable. The mask and helmet were hermetically sealed and connected to a flat backpack that cycled air to Vader's lungs. A silver multi-purpose detector was placed at the bottom of the nose and acted as the suit's primary environmental sensor. Underneath that was a triangular air filter. The optical lenses had secondary eye shields, closing when approaching intense light, but also served as visual filters, as Vader's retinas were irreversibly damaged and needed help to see normally. His audio enhancers dampened sonic attacks and increased hearing range up to 40 kHz. The collar was also equipped with feeding straws attached to an implanted bladder filled with RepMed Vita paste. Scrumptious. I mean, this helmet really seemed uncomfortable and painful and just awful for Vader to wear. No wonder he was so angry all the time. But anyway, getting into the rest of the box, I don't really want to touch it now because I feel like if I move it, it'll hurt him. I mean, that was some information there, that was. Anyway, on the back of the box then you'll see reference images there to kind of cross-reference the set and the real thing. You'll see the height of it there and you'll see it from a different angle. Nothing too crazy on the back of the box there, nothing unusual or anything, pretty typical stuff. So, as per usual, this is all we get in the set. We don't get anything else other than the helmet and the stand and the little plaque there as well. I usually go through playability, displayability and collectability when I'm reviewing these sets. So, there's not really much play value in this, so I'll just kind of touch on that and then get straight into display and collectability. So first up, I'm going to talk about playability, and the only thing I can think of with playability is that this is a shrine to Darth Vader and needs to be blown up. But there's nothing that could, there's not even, you can't really hide anything under there. Maybe you can, but you can't. It doesn't really look like you can hide anything under there to make it somewhat playable. There's just, other than the thing I just said there, there's literally nothing else that you can play with. And something that it lacks that a lot of other helmet sets have is the chamber in the middle. You can't take off the top, you can't take off the back, the sides, or even this bit to show a chamber on the insides like all of the other helmet sets have been. And that's kind of disappointing because I would have put a little kind of minifigure in there of Darth Vader. I've done it with Boba Fett, the Scout Trooper, and Carnage so far, and I think it's kind of disappointing that you can't do that with this guy. On to displayability now, and it's kind of a decent set to display, but I wouldn't say it's in the top 3 of all the helmets that have been released, including Marvel helmets. I wouldn't even say it's in the top 3 of Star Wars, because there's too many bad points about it, I think, right? I mean, from the side, it looks really well. From the back, it looks okay. They didn't really get the curve on point there, but again, one of my arguments for that is trying to build a circle with a square it's difficult. So, I mean, I'll give them a little bit of leeway for that. And from the other side, then it looks quite well as well. But there's just too many kind of weird points about it. This is supposed to be the eyebrow, and it's completely flat. we all know that the eyebrow comes out at a point, and kind of like covers his eye, not covers it, but like, you know, like an umbrella, it sticks out, and this is completely flat. So that's not great, that's not very accurate, and it's not, I mean, again, they're building a circle with squares, so maybe it's okay, but I think they could have done better with that, to be quite honest. The nose bit it's alright, they did an okay job there, but the fact that there's a sticker there, and the sticker is a little bit off-center, and of course it will be on other sets as well, more off-center or less off-center than this one. The buck teeth here don't really look great. Should have been printed tile, should have been covered, and it should actually go down as far as here as well, so that's really weird, the fact that they've overlooked something so kind of, I don't know, like distinguishable about Darth Vader's helmet. The two poles here, I'm not really sure if they look great at all. That is definitely something I would consider to be strange. And once you take out that, and like it does, his face looks too skinny. You know, his face definitely looks a bit too skinny there, and I think it just looks a little strange in that way. I'm not really that happy with it, I'll be honest with you. And this whole thing here, it doesn't really appeal to me that much. Something nice that they have actually added in this part down here, and they've not just cut him off above the neck. They have actually added the little kind of rim around the bottom of his helmet, so that is a nice little touch there. But to be honest, I think if you're displaying this guy, it's best to display him at an angle like that or something, because he looks great from that angle, but from the front it just looks a wee bit strange. His eyes are massive, they don't really look that scary like they should. He looks almost like he has jowls there from a dog, like kind of big like lip area there. I'm not really that delighted with the look of him, I'll be honest with you. From the front, it doesn't look perfect. Another point about the displayability, just before I go on to the next part, is this. They make you put a sticker there that doesn't cover the whole thing, and that you can't see, even at eye level you can't really see it. And also they have it on this this, I don't think any of that looks well at all. The fact that this is connected by one stud, the fact that it's like you can move this around, and like if just touching it might move the orientation of it and make it look a little bit less accurate and make it look a bit weird. I mean, it's just, I don't really think it's the best helmet. I really don't. I think there's much better helmets that have been made, and it's a shame because Darth Vader's helmet is so iconic and so cool looking, that they haven't done a great job on the face there. Collectability now, it is a collectible. Lego is a collectible because people have made it that way, and rightly so. It's pretty cool, that's alright. But this particular set, for collectability, has good collectible value as well, because it's one of the only two Darth Vader helmets that have been made, brick built. I think there might have been another one. And also it's part of the helmet series, so there is a collection there, so you can collect the collection, so that it does have collectible value in that sense. And putting it on a shelf beside the rest of them would look pretty cool, because I mean, if you're a collector and you want to collect certain series of sets and stuff, this is kind of one for you, definitely. Also, if you want to collect Vader helmets, there's quite a lot of like little Vader helmets that have been made, like outside Lego. And if you were doing that, this is also something that could be definitely for you. I think it's decent. But again, there is a few bits that you can kind of overlook it, because it's Lego at the end of the day. You're not going to get every angle perfect and stuff like that. So you can kind of overlook some of the little flaws and some of the little techniques that they've done that don't make the helmet look accurate. But it's just, I mean, something I think I should point out in this video, really. But that's pretty much it. The verdict is, I don't think it's going to be replacing any of the helmets I have on display out in the open. I think it'll probably end up going into the wardrobe, because it's not as nice as the rest of them. I'm still kind of happy with the purchase, you know, don't get me wrong. I am, like, I love, like, the build. I'm sorry, I need to touch on the build. It was one of the coolest sets to build, because for an all black set, there's a ton of colours on the inside, and some of the techniques they used to get all these pieces in the right place are actually really good. Now that's something that I should have said at the start. The build experience. I'm sorry, the build experience was really nice altogether. I was just kept finding myself saying, "Ooh, look at this color," and "Ooh, look at that technique," and it was just a really pleasant experience to build it. But the end result, it doesn't wow me, you know. Again, you can make excuses the fact it's Lego, but it just doesn't wow me personally. So it won't be something that'll be displayed in my house. Hopefully they do come out with a more accurate one, probably be a bigger one, be like €200, and like kind of like the old UCS. Was it the Darth Maul bust? Was that UCS? I'm not sure if it was or not. But anyway, kind of like that with Darth Vader. I think they'll do a much better job at a bigger scale there. But that'll pretty much do it for this video. Thanks a million for watching my video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And comment down below if you think there's anything that needs to be said. Thanks a million, guys. See you again. Take care.